Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you. It is Monday, July the 22nd, and this is a quick recap on the day, how my trading went today. So, I actually had a really good day. But there's some asterisks beside that, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But still, it was a good day. Let's go over this account. So this is the streaming account, $219.30 in profit. Wasn't a crazy day on this account, but I was happy with it. Basically took a trade right here. Took a long basically at the bottom. You can pretty much took a long at the bottom of the day. I was pretty bullish coming into the day. We had in the overnight session, if I can zoom out here, the overnight session, we gapped up based off of the news this weekend, Joe Biden dropping out of the race. And we were just making really nice moves higher here. And first couple of trades I took was this all the way up here. And feel pretty fortunate to I had one winning trade here. And then I took a losing trade right here. And I was pretty patient here. This is kind of deceptive because this is only showing my micro trades. I also did take one trade with a mini that was a winner. I'm pretty sure that was right here that I took a winning trade with one mini, 22 ticks profit. And then right here, all the way down here at the bottom at the 840s, took a long. And worked out. It worked out, and basically ended the day on this account, and then called it a day. Walked away, and we actually ended up grinding higher for most of the remaining of the day until about 2:30. 2:30 into the close, we just kind of drifted lower. But I mean, right now, the volatility of the markets are pretty extreme. Just just for a good example, it's kind of deceptive when you just look at the chart because it's really deceptive because this is such a big move. From the lows here of 820, we went all the way up to the 20,200. So that's a 200-point move from the lows to the previous highs. So really big moves. And it's easy to, I kind of like the volatility to a certain extent. I like when it works in my favor, obviously. It does seem to be easier to get 22 ticks in profit, but obviously then it also is pretty easy to hit your stop loss. I do have a little bit bigger stop loss. For example, on this trade here, I had my stop loss below these lows. Just made sense. So I don't have a set risk to reward. I don't really believe in the whole risk to reward thing, but yeah, I ended up calling it a day on that account. Now let's for the fun stuff, let's switch over to all of the accounts. And yeah, I think this is my best day of trading ever on funded accounts. I'm pretty sure, I feel pretty confident saying that this is my best day trading ever on funded accounts. Now, with that as an asterisk, and it's this account. As you can see, we have $9,400 in profit total, but one account, we have $5,190 in profit. Now, obviously with Apex, there's a 30% consistency rule. So obviously I'm going to have to battle that, and I'm going to have to get this account balance above 15,000 in profit before, to stay within that 30% consistency rule. So I will be looking on this account. I'll be trading this account a little more aggressive, probably using 3 to 4 contracts. And I'm going to look for, $1,000 profit days, a little bit bigger profit days, possibly even more. But so I'll explain a little bit what happened. It was kind of an accident, so I don't really want to take credit. For this trade, and it happened in the overnight session. the overnight session, I had an order sitting here to go long, and it was pretty stupid of me. Yeah, it was pretty dumb of me. I literally forgot about it. And second, I'm still a little bit. I went back. I was trying to figure out why my ATM strategy wasn't attached, but I think it was because I switched tabs. That's something I might have to look at stopping. Right now, I have a bunch of tabs open here at the bottom, and each tab is a different account. And throughout the night, or even during the day when I'm trading, I'll switch between tabs, and sometimes I'll place a buy stop order or a sell stop order, and then I switch to a different tab, and then I forget that I have an open order. Now, there was a lot of things that kind of went, I don't know that I want to say bad, because it ended up working out, but I did kind of get distracted last night. I got distracted, and I'm not going to tell you what I got distracted about, but I had to go, and it was one of those things where my mind, I just blanked out, and I completely forgot that I had a trade open order. I wasn't in a trade when I left, but I do remember that I had a pending order sitting. Anyway, this morning, I got up actually kind of early this morning. I got up around 6 o'clock this morning. And when I get up, I log in, I come downstairs and I look at my I just look at my profit and loss screen, and I see that I'm up $3,600. This trade right here, actually $3,700, you can see. I'm up $3,700, and I'm just like freaking out, like, whoa, what in the world is going on here? So anyway, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to close the trade. I discovered what happened, and, I was like, yeah, I guess I got pretty lucky that, I was actually I was in some drawdown. I did some calculations. Right here would have been the biggest drawdown that I was in, which was like 1,800. So obviously, I could have easily blown that account overnight if price just keeps dropping. I didn't have an ATM strategy. Hopefully Apex doesn't watch this video and label me as a schemer and a scammer. I promise, John, it was an accident. But anyway, long story short, here during this session here, my goal was to lose money. So I get a little bit below the threshold. I wasn't planning to get below the 30% threshold at payout, but I was kind of trying to lose money just so I don't have that big of a target. And it was kind of working out. I took a couple losses, but then in the regular hours, I took a trade for 3 contracts, and I was technically, I took the trade, and I thought, hey, if I can get like another $600-700 loss on this trade, I was going to take another $600-700 loss, and then I was going to call it, and I would still be below the threshold, but it'll be close. So, and of course, when I was trying to lose money to stay within the consistency rule, of course, the market just rips in my favor. And yeah, this thing just boner candle after boner candle. And I ended up I just finally killed the trade when I was up over $2,000 in profit. And that's how we're $5,000 in profit on one account. And I finally decided, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. Yes, I'll be battling with the consistency rule, but if I do the math, I need $8,000 more in profit in order to be below the 30% consistency rule. Because if you're not familiar, the 30% consistency rule with Apex requires you just that no profit day is bigger than 30% of your net profits. So, if you do the math at $5,190, let's just do the math real quick. So $5,190 and divide that by 0.3. That's how you get to how much profit you need to make. So I need to make $17,300. Okay, I did the math a little bit wrong earlier, I guess, because for some reason I had it in my head. It's 8,000, so it's actually 10,000. So I need to make $10,000 more on this account, which I will admit it is a lot, but it's too late now. It's already past 5 o'clock, so I can't lose any more money. This is locked in. But basically, I need 10,000 more profit, and I still have. I wasn't planning to request payouts until the second week, the second payout window in August. So that gives me close to 15, actually closer to 17 days. So if we take 10,000 divided by 17 days, that's only $600 profit per day. So my goal is going to be around $1,000 to $1,200 in profit per day on this account alone. And just, see if we can't, get that balance up above 17,000 before we request a payout. And the great thing about it is we have a really nice buffer. And if we can do that, we can request a payout and we still have a really nice buffer. So I'm going to look at it as a positive, and we're just going to build on the account, not worry about the 30% consistency rule. We're just going to keep trading it until we are underneath that 30% consistency rule, and then we'll request a payout and take it from there. So overall, still really happy with the day. So as you can see, actually wanted to make a note also. So on this, when I ended stream, I was actually, I think it was $600 or $700 in the red. No, actually it was maybe closer to 900. I was close to $900 red on one of these accounts. I forget which one it was, but actually this trade or this rally higher right here, I took quite a bit more trades after I ended stream on these accounts. I mean, I love when we just have a slow grind higher, and every little dip I just bought. I just bought every little dip, and it was a lot of fun. And I did that until around 2 o'clock. Around 2 o'clock, I finally was like, okay, I am probably pushing my luck here. When we started getting close to the double top here of the previous highs, I decided, you know what, let's call it a day. We have a really, really nice green day. Let's not ruin it and call it a day. And that's what I did. And I'm very happy that I did, because we did end up kind of going sideways a little bit lower into the close. So I'm pretty happy about my decision to just walk away. So all in all, great day trading. Now with that, I say all that, and I want to say this out loud. I have a tendency that when I have a really nice green day, that the next day I follow up with a big red day. So I want to be very conscious of that for tomorrow, and maybe just be a little extra careful and not be too aggressive tomorrow. And there's no need to try and replicate this again tomorrow. Maybe, I have a tendency to give it back then right the next day. So I'm going to try and take it slow tomorrow. Anyway, enough rambling from me. That is it. Thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate everyone's support. And we'll be back at it tomorrow morning. Take care and God bless.